Hello, Cancer. How's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. So today, I'd like to start off the read by acknowledging that we are currently, YouTube is currently situated on the traditional territory of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples over there in California on what is now called the San Francisco Peninsula. So right now we are reading while underneath the new moon in Capricorn. So that energy, that hardworking energy is what we're being influenced by, very grounded, also extremely intelligent. Capricorns are for the most part, I think. And yeah, so let's channel a little bit of that, or allow that energy to fuel our new moon renewal process. Energy is a little bit debilitated for, for some folks, they might be really feeling that quite a bit. But either way, let's get into this for you, Cancer. Ooh, let's see here. A couple of cards come through. A little chunk of 3. So we have the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Okay. So let's see here. With the 8 of Swords, you're feeling trapped. Maybe it's causing you to also experience feelings of despair. Financial setbacks might be holding you back from what it is that you want to do. There is a way out. It's just really difficult for you to see it at this time because, it's really draining you on some level. And you kind of feel like people are watching you. Like you feel like you're in the spotlight and you're not feeling yourself. You're not, like, people are watching you suffer and they're not doing anything about it. So there's this like, you're feeling very victimized on some level. But on a more positive note, like, you've really grounded yourself in your creative energy, and you're watching basically the energy that you've put out. You're watching it grow. You've maybe basically engaged or activated, putting some energy out there that is going to have a turnaround. So you're just sort of watching the ships come in from a distance. And it's kind of slow. And sometimes it might feel slower than it actually is going, because you're, sitting there watching it grow. It's almost like, there's like a saying about, like, water doesn't boil when you're watching it, kind of thing. I cannot remember exactly how it goes. But literally watching something, you're gonna feel like very, very impatient about when things are going to change, or when the money is going to start coming through, or when you're going to have cause to celebrate some success within your creative projects. So within, the system that you've created, it is not sound. And that could be, the system that you have for self-care as well. Given the position of the Emperor, you could be just really bossing yourself around in a way that isn't effective. Like, you might be really hard on yourself. Kind of like if you think about a tyrant towards yourself. And, that's really going to trigger your inner child to feel abused on some level. So just be mindful of that, not to be too hard on yourself, despite things being difficult. You don't want to be your own worst enemy. You want to be your best friend, Cancer. And it's easy for you, like, with the, with your hard exterior and soft insides, like, it, being hard on yourself it comes it comes a little bit too easy. So I really think that it's important for you to, stay grounded and recenter yourself if possible. In your past, you were really involved in a relationship that really sucked the life out of you on many levels, with somebody that wasn't interested in listening to you. And then, it made you look like a bit of a nag. They made you look like a nag, even though their ornery behavior was very triggering for you. And this could be reversed. Like, you could have been the ornery person triggering, a certain nag in your life to really be hard on you. And this could also be your inner self, like just you battling with yourself. This could be inner emotional conflict where your anger, sadness, resentment was outweighing your love for yourself, your balanced emotional energy as well. So lots of possibilities. But either way, like, the new moon in this card speaks to renewal and moving away from that, especially considering it's in your past. So, it may speak to you having to take care of that a little bit and let it go with this new moon energy, figuring out some new work that you have to do. Because this could also just be right here, your mentality. Seeing things different. So let's see what the attitude has to say. Or, sorry, the immediate future is emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment. So that is pretty dope if you ask me, especially considering that this card is in your immediate future. So some satisfaction is coming your way, emotional satisfaction. You will no longer be singing that Rolling Stone song. Because you will have the satisfaction. Satisfaction, what you need. All right, so Ace of Swords. Despite some future emotional satisfaction coming your way, currently, your mind is what seems to be holding you back. You need to set your mind on seeing things differently. Also, being willing to acknowledge and accept the goodness that is coming your way, or that is already in your life at this time. So mentally preparing yourself for emotional fulfillment. That totally speaks to emotional intelligence. Being able to name and understand all of your emotions. Doing that work of knowing when you're being triggered and not reacting in a way that, fosters things like catastrophic thinking, for example, crankiness, just really, the things that really come through for you, Cancer, come through a little bit too easily. So putting your mind on not allowing those things to come through. Others see you as really struggling to see that. They see that you're not receiving the messages that are coming your way. Your higher sense of purpose is off on some level. That's the way that others see you. You're not connecting with reality, maybe the reality of what people experience and go through. So I don't know, I get the feeling that this has to do, like, these two cards are your attitude and the way that other people see you. It might be rooted in empathy, or the ability to see others who suffer as well. Also, that you're not at the center of everything. Like, when I psychologically, you know, narcissism might be an issue. So maybe if like it sounds like you've done some work, so maybe revisiting that part of yourself and just doing a little bit of maintenance work on some level. There's some more things that you need to grow within yourself to get that turnaround of being, you know, moving to the fore and just sort of being centered and feeling at home with you. And you are afraid that it's not going to end. You're afraid that, you know, the awakening that you seek is not going to happen. You're going to miss the mark on the moment that is, you know, is the catalyst for that change. There's a fancy word for you. Catalyst. All right. Okay, and then we have the Six of Swords. So you will move on in a new direction or continue to move forwards. This kind of gives me Chariot vibes as well. Being carried into in the direction that is meant for you. We can clarify that a little bit with the Abandoned Oracle. The Infant. So number 1. So it's going to be difficult for you to find what it is that you're looking for. What you seek to achieve. Like, it sounds like you've chosen a difficult path. And elusive solutions. So not easily attainable. Or maybe it like, I feel like it's also possible that, you know, this elusive solution is just not something that people are on the same page with. So your solutions may be what single you out in a way. Unfortunately. It might, like, your solutions may cause a disconnect with others. That's like the feeling that I'm getting. They could be unorthodox on some level. But I don't know, I feel like on another level, like, what is the level of harm that your solutions bring to the situation? So I would say go easy on yourself with that, because if it's not hurting anybody and it works for you, whatever that is, if it is not unethical and it works for you, then by all means, it's just a matter of you being good with yourself and good with also not matching up to the, you know, ideas of others or the expectations of what awakenings are. They're subjective. There's a reality. There's a reality to subjectivity for sure, Cancer. So let's see here. So gaining something that's permanent. A little bit of Mercury. Mercury's still in retrograde, so communication is going to be interrupted. And youthful emotions. You know, femininity is associated with emotions. We all experience emotions. It doesn't really matter what gender you subscribe to, but this card speaks to femininity. So maybe working on, you know, if you're having issues with toxic femininity, just coming to terms with that on some level and making it, you know, a permanent fixture in your life as well. So with that, Cancer, thank you so much for checking out this read, and I hope it resonates. If not, please still hit that like button and show support. I'd really appreciate it. And we will see you next time for the full moon reads. You can also catch me on Twitch. I'm there usually on the weekends doing live reads in the nighttime. That's Eastern nighttime. All right, take care. Bye for now.